Hey, boys and girls, coming to you live from the new youth room with a very special class of 2020 version of Oh, the Places You'll Go. Let's listen. Congratulations! Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Oh, wait. No, you're not. Get right back in the house. Wash your hands thoroughly and cover your nose and your mouth. A pandemic arrived. School is closed. Stay at home. At first, that sounds amazing. But then we all felt quite alone. With no friends to see each day at school, your house became a jail. At first, time flew, then walked, then crawled, then got passed by a snail. Sure, Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon provided fun at first, but being home without your friends turned out to be the worst. Senior year was supposed to be the bomb, the end, the best. AP exams? Ha! I'm not scared, but what's a coronavirus test? Suddenly, senior year screeched to a halt. Your train went off the tracks, and your one-of-a-kind 12th grade year was defined by what it lacked. All spring sports were canceled, and graduation, and the prom, unless of course you're homeschooled and danced in the kitchen with dad or mom. But now everyone is homeschooled, learning in the Google Classroom, or we reduce ourselves to 1-inch squares because our new best friend is Zoom. Yes, all these things are bummers, and we can't wait until they end. We just want to get back to normal and hug grandma and our friends. We've all come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. It's a place you should bandana from your nose to your chin. Do you dare to go out, or are you safer staying in? Yes, this has been quite inconvenient, quarantined and stuck inside, but we count ourselves very lucky when 100,000 people have died. And as if pandemics weren't enough to blow us all off course, then came the tragic murder of a man named George. George couldn't breathe. George cried for help, but help could not be found. With 3 people on his back, George died upon the ground. The worst part is, George wasn't first, and worse still, won't be last. Ahmaud, Brianna, and too many more. And Americans finally asked, why can't this stop? It's not okay. Why won't you hear our plea? Is it because our privilege has our necks under its knee? So people marched and said, no more. We must do better now. But sheer brute force won't do it. Shall I tell you how? It's what you've been doing for the past 12 years in school, learning while you're listening. Sometimes adults forget that rule. You'll need to keep an open mind to help fix our brokenness, to mend the lives that we have torn, and clean up all our mess. While senior year's not what you thought or what you dreamed by far, remember what you've been through has made you who you are. Not your cell phones, or your clothes, or your address, or your car. Those things are just possessions, and they'll come and they will go. They don't give you your value. Do you know how I know? Because here's a short list of the hottest things in my day when I graduated, like you, 38 years ago. I'm old. What can I say? The best-selling record Never since been outsold, Michael Jackson and Thriller were instantly gold. Rubik's Cube had just come out, but without YouTube to help, it sat with My Little Pony and Smurfs upon my shelf. E.T. said, "Phone home." We moonwalked and breakdanced. Michael Jordan and the Tar Heels were basketball champs. And Time magazine had no 1982 Person of the Year, but a machine that you've heard of. Why, I've got one right here. The desktop computer with 64 kilobytes of RAM. You hold billions more in the palm of your hand. Oh, the places I've been. But like all that dumb stuff that's now in my past, it'll be the same way for you, because it just doesn't last. He's crazy, you say. He can't be right. He can't. Then where is your dad's mullet and his parachute pants? See, what lies behind and what lies before are important indeed, but there is so very much more, because what lies within you is what makes you, you. You have the power to change the world, and we really need you to. So fill yourself up with the things that will last, and our future will be even brighter than our past. What kinds of things? Well, I'm glad you asked that question, but you already know the answers. It was in all of your Sunday school lessons. Love God first, and more than everything else, and then love your neighbor just as much as yourself. So Thad, Bryce, Madison, Shaden, Beck, and Siler, Mary Patton, Patrick, Cooper, Herschel, Kate, and Connor, no matter where you go, what you become, or what you do, your family at Central all praise God's best for you. And as you go, remember what each Sunday we're all told: there's a God who makes all things holy and whole. So honor God with your lives as you spread your wings at last. Go out and make us proud, our 2020 senior class.